It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Mogaetso madume ke ao gape le gape re go amogele mo lenane go le itumedisang Expresso on SABC3 on this very important, very special day, not just International Women's Day, but also International Day of the world's Indigenous people, which is also observed on the 9th of August each year to promote and to protect the rights of the world's Indigenous population. And we are very, very proud and very humbled to have with us this morning Dr. Villa Busiek and Chief Busiek of the Hesekwa tribe, one of the original inhabitants of the Western Cape region. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, I'm going to start off with you first. The name Hesekwa, I understand, is translated and means people of trees, if I'm correct. Give us a bit of background on your tribe.
Well, some time ago, Professor Michael de Jong, came to me. He asked me to do research of the Hesekwa tribe. And then he wrote a book, The Forgotten People, the First Forgotten People, specific the Hesekwa tribe. And he brought a lady to me, Professor Shuol, who tested my DNA. And that proves that the Busiek clan came from 100,000 years ago. And that's more or less
the history of it, if you will. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a very practical thing. If you might just move your cane a little bit to the side, we would like to see your beautiful face as you speak to us about this. Thank you so much, Chief.
Okay.
And Dr. Villa Busiek, you're an active Khoisan member. You're also a researcher of the history. Why would you say that a day like this today, International Day of the Indigenous People, why is it so important?
Oh, today is a wonderful day. International Day for Indigenous Peoples means, in fact, that today millions of people belonging to what we call First Nations are gathering and they are celebrating their cultural heritage.
Yes.
That is what it's all about. We think about peoples like the Maoris of New Zealand, the Aboriginal people of Australia, the Inuits of the Scandinavian countries, Finland, and so on, and even the natives of America, etc.
Okay. And Chief, when you look at the challenges that your tribe faces in this day and age of modernism and people trying to live, I guess, a more westernized life, what are some of the challenges that your tribe is facing?
Oh, the biggest challenge we have is to convince colored people that we are not colored, that we are really the Khoisan,
Yes.
Khoisan people, to lend them to what their real identity is, and that is very, very big challenge today.
Yeah.
Because we've been coming through different colonial systems, like the Dutch when they ruled, and the English, and then the apartheid system. And those, in those era, we were suppressed and called coloreds and non-whites, and that stayed with us until today.
Yeah. So a lot of education has to still go into the rhetoric that we are preaching about our history.
Exactly.
And so to close off, Dr. Busiek, what would you say are your biggest hopes and dreams for Indigenous people, especially looking at a day like today?
I would say two things, sir. After many years of negotiating with this current government, we have currently in Parliament two pending pieces of legislation. The one is about the recognition of Khoisan leadership and our communities, and the second one is about land restitution for Khoisan people.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here with us, and I think just putting the emphasis on the importance of us knowing about our culture, our history, and I think especially for us as young people,
Absolutely.
it's so important for us to know about it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So do remember that as we do also celebrate Women's Day today, it is also the International Day of World's Indigenous People. So much for us to be proud of as South Africans. And right now, here's Leanne with the headlines of the day.